Hey, it's Mike Valenzano here. Today, I just want to talk to you about CMAs. What's a CMA? I don't know if you ever heard the term before, but real estate agents will throw around terminology and acronyms like the public knows what we're talking about. Anyways, a CMA is a comparative market analysis. What that is basically what your home is worth in the current market. Now, the most important resource we use to determine what your home is worth is what homes in your neighborhood have sold for. And the more recent, the better. In some cases, we can look at homes that have sold right on your street. And if that's not available, then we'll go into your block or your neighborhood. Now, the further out we get from your exact home, the harder it becomes to get an accurate number. Now, saying that, making coming up with a price for your home is not an exact science. We can come up with a pretty close number, but in most cases, we'll give the seller a range of where we think the home should be based on the condition of the home, the year of the home, location, that sort of thing, compared to the homes that have recently sold. So we give you a range. Now, there are other things that come into play. Some people say, well, I have a pool. My home should be worth more than my neighbor's. Well, not in every situation. That's subjective to the buyer. There are some neighborhoods where houses with pools are in high demand. And yes, it can potentially add some value to your home or increase the public's interest in your home. In other situations where there aren't a lot of pools in a neighborhood and it's not a common thing, it could actually keep buyers away from your house. So again, it's subjective to the buyer. And the same thing goes with finished basements. In some cases, people have spent thousands and thousands of dollars finishing their basement thinking they're going to get that return on that value, and they're not. Some people are looking for untouched basements because they want to add their own thing to it. They want to create a theater room, and it's just not potentially possible now because you've already finished it. They're going to have to rip everything out. So again, subjective to the buyer. The other thing some people look at, well, my neighbor Bob sold his house for 800,000, so mine should be worth 800,000. Well, what does your neighbor Bob's house look like? Have there been major upgrades in the home? What kind of features does he have? Is he backing onto green space? Again, a lot of factors come into play. So your professional realtor will come in there, have a look at your house, compare it to homes that have sold in your area that are similar to yours, and come up with a range. Finally, the determining factor of what your home sells for is what the market says your house should sell for. What will a buyer pay for your house? Let's say you have a home that has a market value of 400,000 and you list it for 350. More than likely it's going to sell for 400,000. Now let's go the other way. You have a home valued at 400,000, you list it at 450. In most cases, it's going to sell for 400,000 because that's what the market is saying your house should sell for. In this current market, things have gone a little crazy, and that's pretty much because there's not a lot of inventory, so there is a lot of competition. A lot of people are looking at the same house and they want to win that house, and they're offering well above asking price. Now, in some cases, homes are being listed lower than market value. That's just a strategy that's being used to increase the amount of interest. But in most cases, these numbers that are coming out here will tell us what we should be listing homes at in the next month or two. And then if things starts to come down, then we're going to have to adjust those prices to match what the market is saying they're worth. So if you're interested in having a CMA done, reach out to myself or your local realtor in your neighborhood. And if you ever have any questions that you would like me to answer or some terminology you don't quite understand, I'd be more than happy to reach out and make a video on it. So leave me a comment or send me a message directly, and I'll get that answer for you. I wish everybody all the best in the new year, and we'll talk to you soon.